area, and there was like stations. There was people in like stations all around this thing. But as I'm in there, gurneyed down, you could see these people. I'd look over at them, and I thought that they were changing places because the strange looking entities that I was seeing, like one would be over here on the left, and then the next thing you know, that same thing would be over on the other side, where it was like they were shape shifting.
Right, but I'm saying, could you identify the people that you say that you saw at that time?
Yeah,
they were important people.
Then after watching those people shape shifting for a while, then some of these other smaller alien type things that were in white, they were like the stuff that we think about aliens, like your blues and your whatever alien, gray aliens or whatever that you think of with the skinnier, narrow face. They weren't really shape shifting, those ones, and they had gowns on like they have done this before, like they had, But anyways, they were like touching my head and they were just looking, and they had the bigger eyes.
But they were trying. Were they trying to?
2 or 3 of those kind that came in that time.
Were they trying to physically touch you and like do?
Yeah, that's what got me shooken. Is I was laying fairly comfortable, not really knowing what was really going on, until one of them started, laid his hand like near my,
your crotch
on the upper side of my kneecap,
Oh.
and he started like moving it toward my.
Yeah.
And I started getting scared as shit, and I'm trying to say something, I couldn't speak, and I'm like trying to say, and as soon as I could say Jesus, a couple of them left the room, and a while later, I don't know, probably not that much longer, they came back.
They were trying what I'm thinking is they were probably trying to explore, and see what was under your pants.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think they knew. I mean, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
but you were 11 years old at this time, so you probably didn't even have pubes, right?
Oh yeah, big boy.
No, probably not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Probably not.
But
maybe.
Coming back to the people, what people did you see?
Well, then when they came in that door, that was when those shapeshifters, because they didn't all come through that door. So they must have, some of them alien-looking people that were in that ship one was shifting. One of them that, like, Benjamin, or Putin from, Russia.
Right.
He was one of them, and he was shifting, and he was always like, he was one of the ones that actually looked like he was, like, trying to keep me from, exposing who he was or something.
Right.
But other than that, but when they were all in there, when those other guys came in, which were Obama, and I think the other one was it could have even been Trump, but I think it could have been like Benjamin Netanyahu or what the fuck is his name? He the freaking weirdo guy from the what the hell is that? The Pope.
Okay, now we're talking with Alan here, and he's telling the story. Now this was back in
1970, roughly.
About 1970, and he was 11 years old and abducted by aliens.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to what we're trying to do is just trying to dissect the whole story and see what was the reason for it. And another thing is, why did they let him go back? So now tell us a little bit about how you ended up back in the field with your friends.
How'd you get back?
That I really don't know. All I do is when I first came out of that thing, It wasn't like I came out of a ship. It was like I came out of a rock. It was, I mean, you know, like a cave,
Right, right.
like a mountainside.
Mm-hmm.
And when they opened up, because that's what I saw like trees and unfamiliar stuff that I hadn't seen.
Correct.
And I'm thinking, which way do I go? And the next thing I know, I'm back in back on the field. They came up to me and they go, "Where were you?"
So
And
they
I'm like,
noticed. They
I'm
noticed
thinking,
that you were
"You guys
gone.
have something to do with this, you know?"
But I'm
you
saying,
know,
what I'm saying is that your friends all noticed that you were gone.
yeah,
Because
was
apparently,
kinda
you know,
weird.
if they
That's
were
what I
asking
thought.
where were you were up there for sure. This is not
How long?
some kind of just of a fantasy or something. You know, it actually happened. You remember
Yeah.
it. You've told
Yeah.
us plenty times, and the times that you've told us, it's always been the same story. So you know, you can tell that you're not lying. It's a true story, which is amazing that you got to come back to you know
Yeah.
back
I'm
back
glad I
to.
got to come back.
But yeah,
And I
that's
think it's time to tell the story in the podcast so the world can hear your story.
yep.
I don't want him to.
11 years old and abducted by an alien or by aliens.
That would be a good episode.
Yeah, I think what we have after all my years of having that happen, I'm 62 now. And what I've seen Obama, I've seen shit grow. Even when he was on TV, when he first came out running, I seen him shift. So even on TV, and one of his deals, they had like bodyguards in the outer room. And them motherfuckers were shifting. So, I mean, I think other people seen them because I've seen other videos that people had later on that actually showed those people that I'm talking about in there. So, I mean, it's not just me seeing it anymore.
So
Or had maybe I had ever been the first to see it, but yeah.
so this was in this was in the 1970s. So it could be a possibility maybe that Obama is alien. And you know,
Here's what I believe, Mike. I believe that when Jesus, or I should say, when God had thrown out Lucifer,
Right.
He threw out a third of the angels that didn't want to participate with,
Correct.
you know. And I think that's who all them characters are that have been running this world. I think a lot of them are off the earth, probably in like bases up in Mars or different places. Who knows, you know? That they had, I mean, because you look at some of this artifact, we see caves that have, you know, drawings of shit like that. So, I mean, I think that they're probably, a lot of them probably up there, there's a war, and they're probably going to end up having to be thrown off, you know, or whatever. Who knows? But, I mean, I think we're coming to the end of this shit real soon, and, but I believe that they are fallen angels. I think they're part of the fallen angels.
so the question is, are they fallen angels or are they aliens? This
Have been running
should
our world.
be
I mean, they
known,
were shape-shifting.
and the world
then.
should know, because you know the I was just kind of wondering if maybe is there anybody out there that has had a similar contact with aliens, or that you have never told nobody. If there is, you know, comment on the page. Let us know your story, and let's get to the bottom of this. Since this incident at 11 years old, back in 1970, have they ever tried to contact you again or bother you in any way, shape, or form?
No.
That was it. That was the last time you ever had an incident like that. Do you get any flashbacks? Do you get any...
Dreams?
Oh, man.
No.
How long were you gone when they said that you came back? How long were they...
Yeah, it couldn't have been that long because, you know, I mean, we're playing, gone up. It must have only been going through there, getting into that room.
Yeah, I'm not the fuck up.
They started looking around, got scared, got the word Jesus out. They all were like, then pretty soon they must have taken me somehow back out, get the hell out of here, and I'm like, how am I? I'm looking around. How am I supposed to find out how to go? Which direction do I go? And I took a few steps, and boom, I'm back in the field.
Damn, that's amazing. That's an amazing story, and I'm sure that people are gonna enjoy and kind of wonder what is going on. You know,
I think what I described at the end was what it is. I think it's the fallen angels. I think that the demons and whatever they got going on,
So this is Alan Rebine.
I think it's our political system. I think it's our doctors, our lawyers, our
The government itself. The government.
All of this is a big manipulation to keep men away from God.
That's
Simple.
what it is. I mean, it's come to the point where it's been taken out of everything, out of the schools, out of courts, everywhere, and it just comes down to believing what you believe and having faith in what you have faith in, and the rest is just an illusion, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it's all real,
Well, we're going to close it up here for right now.
Hey, man, if you're ever interested in coming over, we can talk about anything and everything in my podcast. You're always welcome.
All right, man.
You say bye to everybody. Say bye to everybody.
Good night.
All right, brother.
Oh.
¿Cómo salió, pinche Greg?
It's still recording?
Oh, baboso, güey.
Holy shit, bro.
Was that a good story or no?
That was interesting as hell. And he says it the same way.
Every time, güey. It's the same fucking story, güey.
Nothing.
Nunca le ha fallado, güey, el vato.
Shit.
I mean, it's a possibility, güey. But, damn, that's be crazy, güey. Imagine, dude, you go outside and boom, you're gone. Up with aliens a la verga,
And
güey.
then you see them shapeshift to like the presidents.
In the
That's the
future, way, because it was
craziest part.
70, way. It was 1970. So he was already seeing over here, way, in 2000.